I have a new friend to introduce to you. His name is Huey. Hello! Today we're going to read some stories about frogs. I'm a frog. Yes, you are, Huey. You're a frog. So we're going to start with a story. It's one of Huey's favorites, and it's called Ted and Dad. And it's by David Ezra Stein. I just listen. Okay, Huey. I'm gonna stay right here and listen. My dad has big buggy eyes, strong legs, and a huge mouth. He sings in a loud brrrr that echoes across the pond, and I love him. Oh. As soon as I could wiggle, I swam everywhere with my dad. Look at me, Dad! Great swing, Tad! Dad tried to tuck me in at night, but splash! I followed him to his bed. Why are you in my bed? Said Dad. So you won't miss me, I said. I went to sleep and dreamed that I could swim as fast as Dad. So Tad, in this part of the book, is a tadpole. He's not quite a frog yet. And then I grew legs. Surprise, Dad! So that's what was kicking me. That day, I reached new heights. Look at me, Dad! Great hopping, son. Dad tried to tuck me in at night, but splash! I followed him to his bed. That night I dreamed I was the best jumper in the world, like Dad. And then I grew a big mouth, and I could sing. Good morning, Dad. Is it morning already? That day, the pond was alive with the sound of music made by me and my dad. Dad tried to tuck me in at night, but splash! It's me, Tad, I said. That night, I dreamt I could sing loud as my dad. And then I grew really big, and I was very hungry. Hi, Dad, what's for breakfast? Oof. He's on his head. Yep, he is. That day, we helped ourselves to a feast. Great shot, son. Dad tried to tuck me in at night, but sploosh! Tad, said Dad, when you jump in my bed, I can't sleep because you're always wiggling and poking, kicking and croaking. I didn't know that, I said. Why do you want to sleep in my bed? Said Dad. Are you trying to drive me bananas? I'm sorry, Dad, but don't worry. I don't want to sleep in your bed anymore anyway. You snore. He snores. How can I snore when I don't even sleep? Said Dad. Good night, Dad, I said. And for the first time, I swam away from Dad. Ah, said Dad, peace at last. I tried to go to sleep, but I heard a big hubbub. Someone huge was splashing around. Frog, darn it, said a loud voice. Who do you think it is? I couldn't believe my eyes. It was Dad. He was wiggling and poking, kicking and croaking. He was splashing around and making a big ruckus. What's wrong, Dad? I said. I still can't sleep. I think I know what you need, Dad. A little company, I said. Is that better, Dad? Maybe better, he said. Soon Dad was fast asleep. Zzz. I was right. I knew that he would miss me. Dad wanted to be with Tad. Oh, that's such a good story. Yes, it is, Huey. I know. I like it too. So, should we show our friends some frogs that live around our area? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I marked a couple pages in this book. This is the Frog Alphabet book by Jerry Pallotta. And I marked a couple places in it. It says L is for leopard frog. We have a lot of those around. Yes, we do. They're the spotted frogs that look like this. And that's why they're called leopard frogs, because they have spots like a leopard. And there are other North American frogs that have names, have mammal names, like sheep frog, squirrel tree frog, bullfrog, mink frog, and believe it or not, the pig frog. Another frog that we have around here starts with the letter S. S is for spring peeper. And in spring, when it first becomes spring, you can hear them going beep, 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 beep at night. So we have those around here too. Can I teach them a song? Sure, Huey. Do you all know the 5 Green and Speckled Frogs song? I think we know that song because we have it on the song cube at the library. Oh, so good. Well, the way I sing it is a little different because the frogs, instead of just eating most delicious bugs, they're going to eat different insects that frogs really eat. So I wonder if you know, what are some things that frogs eat? Frogs eat flies and beetles. Sometimes they even eat spiders. And if they can find a big juicy worm, they like worms. And they also like crickets, if they can catch the cricket. So we're gonna sing about those things. All right, so we'll put up our 5s. 5 on one hand, okay. 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious flies. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious beetles. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 3 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. I like your ribbit. Very cool. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious spiders. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there were 2 green speckled frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled frog log, eating some most delicious crickets. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Then there was 1 green speckled frog. Ribbit, ribbit. 1 green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious worms. Yum, yum. He jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no more green speckled frogs. Rabbit, rabbit. Woo, nice singing. Thank you. All right, we have another story. This story is a non-fiction book, which means it's true facts about frogs. See, frogs, well, looks kind of like me, don't you think? Let's see what we can find out about frogs. This story is by Emily Green. Frogs are animals with strong back legs. Their legs help them jump. Boing! Most frogs are green, brown, or gray. Many frogs have spots or stripes. And there's the leopard frog that we were talking about earlier. Frogs use the color of their skin to hide. They blend in with leaves, grass, or branches. I would blend in with grass and leaves that are green. Or yellow, because you have a yellow belly. That's true. Most frogs start out as tadpoles, like Tad. Yes. They have tails like fish, and they swim in the water. They start and look like that. Tadpoles grow and change into frogs. Their tails go away, and they hop on land. Most frogs need to stay wet. They live near ponds, rivers, or swamps. Some frogs have sticky pads on their toes. These help frogs climb trees and hang on to plants. I don't have those. No, you don't, but this guy's a tree frog and he has those sticky paws. Most frogs eat insects. They use their tongues to catch insects. We sang the song about what they eat. Frogs croak, peep, and make other sounds. Frogs can make lots of noise. That's the end. And then in the back they have some of the words. They have a glossary that explains some of the words. And I will read one that's about insects. It says, insects are small animals with 6 legs and hard outer bodies. Insect bodies are divided into 3 parts. All right. So I had one other book, but I'm not going to read it to you because I want to show you a craft that you can do at home. But this is a great book that you could get out of the library, and it's called Jump, Frog, Jump. And the frog in the book gets away from a lot of different animals that try to eat him because he can jump with his strong back legs. Yeah, just like me. That's right. And you look at, you can make frogs out of lots of things. This is a tomato from my garden. And I just added some eyes and it looks kind of like a frog. And you can also paint a rock to look like a frog. So for this rock, first I painted it with some green paint. With a bigger paintbrush like this, I painted with some green paint. And then I used a smaller paintbrush to put paint on some white eyes and some black dots. And then I rinsed it and did some red dots. And I got my rock frog. So that's something fun that you can do at home with your family. So I hope that you're having a great summer. And I do want to tell you about one other thing. So my daughter Kaylee she is on the YouTube channel with me, and she is going to start doing a blog about tarantulas. She has lots of tarantulas as pets. Lots of different kinds. Yes, Huey, lots of different kinds. So be watching on the YouTube channel for some information about tarantulas from Kaylee. All right, thanks friends. I hope you enjoyed the stories today. We'll see you another time.